Hello, everyone. Just gonna get started here in a minute. I'm waiting for Jesse to start his camera. Hey, Jesse.
You stopped my camera.
Okay, let's see if I can, oopsie, more ask to start video.
Yep.
Did that work?
Yep.
Hey, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Ready to go? I'm excited. This is a really cool day. This is the first time we're offering live translation on one of our Level Up webinars. Woohoo! Thank you to our lovely translators. And thank you to everybody who's joining our session today. I see we have a lot of people joining in today for Jesse's Level Up session. So nice to have you here. My name is Haley. I work for Remax Europe. I'm the trainer and I'm a part of the business development team, in case you don't know me. You might have seen me on some of the other Level Up webinars. I hosted a few last week. And yeah, I'm just here to basically get things started. You can ask me questions throughout the session in terms of how you can interact with us. We are going to be answering, we will have the Q&A session, a question and answer session towards the end of Jesse's presentation. However, if you have a burning question that you just absolutely need answered, please be sure to ask us. I can always interrupt Jesse, make sure that he answers that question. And yeah, we want to make it as enjoyable and as interactive as possible, given the fact that we're all doing this virtually. For those of you who are just joining in for the first time to one of our Level Up webinars, there's a few, I'm just gonna walk us through how you can interact with us and how you can use the interpretation tools that Zoom is offering. So you can either ask us a question in the Q&A section. You can write us a message using the chat feature. If you want to send a message just to the panelists, so that would be myself, Jesse, some other Remax Europe staff members who are helping to field your questions, or the interpreters, you can write to all panelists. If you would like to write a comment that goes out to everybody, including all of the attendees, be sure to enable all attendees. If you're wondering about if you will get a recording of the session, the answer is yes. So if your internet goes down, if you have to step away for a minute and you are worried about missing something, not to worry. You will get a recording at the end of this session. It just needs to convert, so bear with us. It might take an hour to convert, and then you should be getting the recording as well. In terms of translation, if you're looking for French, you can go ahead and enable the French flag. If you're looking for Italian, here's where it gets tricky. You're going to look for the Korean flag. So French is the French flag, Italian is the Korean flag. I'm going to hand it over to because I know that's who you all came for today. Jesse, are you all ready with your setup there?
Yeah, just about, just testing. Can everyone hear me okay?
Looking at the chat. Yes, they can hear you. Everyone's saying hello.
I've got
If you're looking
feedback.
for Italian translation, be sure to enable the Korean flag, because I saw there was someone who, but it might be just a quick test. Is the Italian translator available? Can you hear her translating? Hello from Italy, no Italian. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, oh, I think she might have just enabled it. Can you guys hear the Italian translation now? Okay, good. I think we got Italian working. Beautiful, great. Sorry to interrupt you, Jesse. I think we have French working, we have Italian working. Do you have it set up on your side?
Yeah, I could hear you now, and you could hear me clear through here. I will speak a little bit slower today. I am standing up. I've got a little bit of room. The coffee is in me. It is Beautiful Monday morning, April 20th, almost 2 weeks since we last connected. So super excited to be back.
Awesome. Well, I will hand it off to you. I'm here in case you need anything. But yeah, I'll just let you go ahead and get started.
Okie dokie. So let's jump into Keynote. Good morning, everybody. Raise your glasses with me, whether you are at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 8 in the morning here. I think we all deserve a little toast to ourselves as we roll through this global pandemic together. And before I jump into my keynote talk today about the power of video and how to utilize it when it comes to listing videos, I just want to say it is such a privilege to be able to showcase and connect with my Remax family. This is the powerful thing about being a global brand. We are all like-minded individuals that are here to share, learn, and inspire each other. That will help raise the bar in our individual businesses, in our brand business, and also for the real estate industry globally. So I remember, 4 or 5 years ago, hearing one of my speakers that I really enjoyed listening to say the same thing. We are in this together to raise the bar in our industry, but also inspire others and fill our souls. And I hope that you get this today or any time that I speak, that something lights inside of you, that sparks something to take action. That's the biggest thing, my friends, taking action and serving others. So is everybody ready? Here we go. Let's get after it. So friends, for those of you that may or may not know, my name is Jesse Peters. I am the social savvy realtor with Remax Executives over in Winnipeg, Canada, which is in the middle of North America. And I'm here today to talk to you about the power of listing videos. And what you're seeing on your screen right now are samples of listing videos that myself and my team put together to help our clients' homes be seen, showcased, and socially sold. The power of video allows homes to connect with buyers on an emotional level. More than photos, more than a write-up, more than a 360 VR tour. But they all work together. Don't get me wrong. But I've been utilizing the power of video in my business for almost 7 years. And I've been utilizing the power of video to showcase my clients' homes in ways that have never been seen before 5, 6 years ago. So I cannot wait to start sharing with you my tips, tricks, and insights. So get your notepads ready and let's get on with the show. So how we're going to break it down today, and you know what? I should also set my timer because you know what? This is one of my most favorite talks to do, and I can often talk a little long. So I'm going to put my timer on.
Hey, Jesse. Jesse,
yeah, am I talking too fast?
No,
yeah.
not yet. But I didn't know, were you planning on sharing your screen for this portion of your presentation, or were you going to be getting to that?
I'm looking at my screen right now. Okay, that has my keynote on it.
Okay, did you hit share screen in the Zoom settings?
Look at that.
Because if not, we can't see what you're looking at yet. I wasn't sure if you were just giving a little intro before you shared your screen. Just want to make sure everyone can look at your awesome slides.
Let's share screen.
Okay.
All right.
I see a Zoom
let's
screen.
Start this over. How's this now?
Now we can see it. I see a picture of you, Addison, and your son.
My son, wonderful. Rookie Zoom mistakes. My apologies, my friends. But as you can see, we are starting our clock here. And so, as I was saying, these are a little bit of the listing video styles that we do. And before we get into today's talk, you're going to watch the screen. I'm going to tell you how we're going to break it down. First things, the first part of today's talk, we're going to talk about why video and the stats to show why you should be leveraging video in your everyday real estate business. And remember, friends, I'm from the future. This is how real estate is going to come to your country, if it's not there already. Some of you may be thinking, oh, I can't do stuff like this, but guess what? You can, and you could lead your industry by example. Then the next talk that we're gonna have built in here is, what are the types of videos that I can be doing besides listing videos? Because it's not just listing videos that's gonna help you build know, like, and trust. And then we're gonna talk about camera comfort, the secret sauce that's in my head that I'm gonna share with you so that we can all get comfortable in front of the camera together. And as we roll on, then the juice happens, the good stuff, the tips, tricks, and insights that I've learned over the last half a dozen years about how to create an engaging Hollywood-style listing videos for your clients' homes. We're going to talk about a little bit of examples, what to do from there, and then we'll open it up to some more Q&A. So is everybody ready now? I think so. So here we go. Why video? Why not video? Have you watched one today? In today's world, we are engaging with video probably every 3 minutes. Are you with me? These are going to be stats that you are going to be able to share with your clients. Okay, my friends, so you could screenshot these, you can write these stats down, and guess what? We'll be sending out this keynote presentation for you after. So right off the hop, 403% more inquiries for real estate listings that included a video than those without. And that's according to an Australian real estate group study done about 1.5 years ago. So can you imagine representing a home, and just by you having a video with your home, the likelihood of you getting more interest in that property goes up 403%. Now, you may not be comfortable in front of the camera just yet, but what if you told your sellers you're going to get more interest when I include a video? Or better yet, what if you don't include a video knowing that they're going to get more interest? Who are you doing a disservice to? Your client. So think about this, folks. This is going to be a step in the right direction to not only help your clients, but help add value to you as a top producing RE/MAX agent. Now, let's think about this. 73% of homeowners say they're more likely to list with a realtor who offers video. Now, you may be giving your head a shake saying, no way, nobody's doing that here yet. But guess what? It's coming. And this was a stat from NAR, which is the National Association for Realtors in the United States. So this was done, again, about 1.5 years ago. I can only imagine that this number has gone up. So if you are wanting to stack the cards in your favor, add video, especially if you are competing against other agents to represent that home. Don't give the homeowners a reason to say no to you. Now think about this. I've had the opportunity to not only utilize video, create video over the last 6 years when it comes to my real estate business. I've been able to teach people globally on how to utilize the power of video. And guess what? Out of everyone we've surveyed, which is over 1,200 people that we've helped teach and talk in front of, 99% of those who already use video say they're going to continue to. And this was done in 2019 into 2020. Nobody ever says, I used video and it didn't work, and I'm not going to do it anymore. They don't. Because video allows them to connect and build know, like, and trust on a whole new level. Plus, it's very inexpensive to create. Now, look at here, folks. 92% of mobile video viewers share video with others. And now this is going to be a funny thing here. I'm going to do a little bit of a test, and Haley, maybe you can let me know the results, but it's what, 3:15 in the afternoon for most of you today. If you have watched a video on your mobile phone today and shared a video, give a thumbs up in the comments, or in the last 24 hours, have you shared a video? And Haley, throughout this, I'd like to see who quickly here, who gives thumbs up. Because you know what? I've been up for an hour and a half and I've shared 2 videos already.
I think, I'm looking at it, I think we got around 50 already. So a lot of people are using video for sure.
That's right. They're using video. They're sharing video. Now, why are we sharing video? Because it's funny. We like to share funny things to like make people laugh. I think that's in human nature. B, we like to share things that we can be educated on. C, sharing is a form of reciprocation. Like, oh, you did me a favor, I'm going to do you a favor and share something back. And we live in a sharing society now. That's why there's a share button below every piece of content created. And 92% of mobile video viewers share a video. So why not create content that people are already going to share? And you're probably wondering, interesting, Jesse. Yes, I'm giving you all the stats and reasons why you cannot say no to video and why you need to understand the power of video so that you can start to include it in your business. The stats are here, and we are here to serve our clients. And our clients deserve to have video when it comes to showcasing their homes. And the numbers just keep going here, folks. 1,200%. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and an image content combined. Think about it. It connects more. You hear voices. You see emotion a little bit more. It's more engaging. Now, it doesn't necessarily always replace an image or a text, especially if those are done, if they're very well thought out and put together. But again, we are trying to stack the cards in your favor. So now we've kind of come into the first segment of finishing up about why video, and I'm just showcasing you the numbers. Our world engages with video like no other. I think we can all understand that. And now you're probably sitting here and you're like, oh my gosh, Jesse, I am not like you. I cannot jump in front of the camera. I'm not confident. But guess what? Here's the thing. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. I'm on chapter 20 when it comes to video and camera comfort. And I'm at chapter 20 because I practice this every single day. If you saw my camera roll, it has over 9,000 videos that did not go out. Oh, dang it, said that wrong. But that doesn't stop me. And the thing is, to get to chapter 20, you got to start at chapter 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, not chapter 1 and go to 20, or think the first time you jump in front of a camera that you're going to be at chapter 20. Okay, so always keep this in mind. I even keep this in mind so that I am not hard on myself when I feel, oh, I could have done better. or, oh, you know what, maybe there was a way I'd do that differently next time. All right, my friends, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. We all have our own books and journey that we're on here. I like using that metaphor a lot. So let's keep it rolling. Types of video. You know what? I'm going to move my camera screen up top here. There we go. So types of video. I'm going to give you a handful of different types of real estate related video beyond listing videos, because listing videos have a shelf life, right? You make the listing video, you showcase the home, it sells, you move on to the next thing, right? It's an important part of our business, but there are also some other ways that other ideas and types of content that we can create to stay top of mind, to build know, like, and trust, and to showcase our value so that when people are ready to sell, we are their agent of choice and we can start working on listing videos. So I'm going to share with you the stuff that I've utilized and done over the last handful of years. And at the end of this types of video section, if anyone has any questions about it, we can stop maybe for a minute or two and answer anything quickly. So right off the hop, I need to move this bar here. 1 second, gang. Grab their eyes and their ears. That is marketing. This was a fun little, this is what I do with videos that are coming soon to the market. We have to be able to get their attention as they're scrolling through their feed. And we talked about this last week when it came to grabbing attention on people's social feeds. And this was just one of the ideas.
Jesse, we can't hear your video.
Let me see
Is
here.
your audio on?
My audio is on.
Maybe Lisa, if Lisa's hanging out, listening in, you can help us because you were the one who tested the Keynote.
Should I take my AirPods off maybe?
Oh yeah, that's it. You can't use AirPods. That's what it was.
Okay, let's try this again.
Did you
Haley, can you try talking? So yeah, okay, I can hear you now through my speakers. Thanks everyone for your patience. I appreciate this. Okay, so let's try this one again here. So we want to grab their eyes and ears. And so these are some fun things that I do for coming soon to the market. And these are just little ideas. Copy this. I am at a home shooting the photos and the videos, and we take a little 15 seconds to create something that's going to catch their attention. And we will play this video again. We will go back. Hey, you want to live in Charleswood? You want a sneak peek of my latest listing? Here's the link. Click it right above me, and I'll send you the details. Stay social. Everybody hear that?
Yeah, it was great. If you can make it a little louder, that would be even better, but we heard it.
Okay, should we try it one more time? Hey, you want to live in Charleswood? You want a sneak peek of my latest listing? Here's the link. Click it right above me, and I'll send you the details. Stay social.
That was perfect. Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah, no problem, Haley. Oh my goodness, I don't think I've worn a tie at a listing video in a long time. That's from a few years ago. But here's what was a little different. If you were scrolling through your feed, would that jump out at you? You're talking about a neighborhood that you're going to be selling in, coming soon to winnipeg.ca. Well, that is a vanity URL that I purchased that led them to a form where they could fill out yes or no. And then I would get their email and I would be able to follow up with them directly. Trying to think of ways to engage with people to get them into our sphere. There aren't a lot of rules when it comes to how we can generate business. And as we always say, if this clip showed up in front of someone in the neighborhood that you were selling for, and the neighbor saw this, you're giving them reason to choose you, because they're going like, wow, I want my home marketed that way. And that home is not even on the market yet. Now, the next thing here, every home has a story that deserves to be showcased. And I've got a quick video here that we just created a couple weeks ago, but I want to tell you this. I'm looking at everybody right in the camera here. Every single home that I sell and market gets a listing video, period. Whether your home is 20,000 euros or 10 million euros, or whether it's $80,000 Canadian or $300,000 Canadian, every single home gets a listing video. And you're like, well, why? It costs money, Jess. Why not put it with the ones that you can sell for more? Well, folks, one of the reasons we get chosen is because we offer video. And if all of a sudden I start picking and choosing who gets a listing video, you think people are going to be happy if I say, oh, you know what? I don't think your home deserved to be showcased by a video. I don't think your home is nice enough to be in video. And you know what? That home that they've asked us to help them sell is probably their most prized and closest possession to them. And that home has a story, and that home deserves to be showcased so it can connect with a buyer who's similar to that seller. And do you think they would say to their friends in recommendations, use Jesse, use Sarah, if they thought they were getting a video and they didn't? They wouldn't. Now think about this. Sure, their first home they're going to sell maybe isn't in a high price range, but we know if we serve our clients, stay connected with them, and do everything possible to help them through these major life events, chances are you're going to help them sell their next home and their next home and their next home. And by helping them, by having video as part of that, you're stacking the cards in your favor, my friends. This is why we do a listing video for every single home, to help and to be there forever, to not give them reasons to say no. And so here's a 1-bedroom plus den condo, because you're probably like, how could I even do a listing video for that? Well, here you go.
Hey there, how you doing? Are you looking for a condo in South Winnipeg? Yes. Are you looking for a place that's near the University of Manitoba and Pembina Highway? Yes. Are you looking maybe for your first investment opportunity? Yeah. Well, guess what? I've got the opportunity for you. So check out our latest Social Savvy tour. Hey, what's up, friends? Come on in. It's Jess, your Social Savvy Realtor, and I'm showcasing you one of our latest Social Savvy listings, which is Unit 304, 80 Barnes, located right near the U of M. And check out this 700 plus square foot, 1-bedroom, 1-den unit that's got an awesome open layout, not too big, not too small, light colors that really open up this unit. So you know what? You've probably fallen in love already. Why don't you continue to? So what did you think so far? Clearly Finally, you can see it is move-in ready. And here's a few of the things you want to know about the building. It's a concrete build, so noise is limited. It has in-suite laundry. And the great thing about a condo complex like this, huge common area. It's got a gym. The unit comes with an outdoor parking stall and this covered balcony that faces west, room for the barbecue, the chairs, growing a little garden. You can do it all right here. So if you're looking for an amazing opportunity out in South Winnipeg near the University of Manitoba, this is it. And if you want to see more and kind of fall in love with all the extra details, where you got to go? Boom! There's the site. Check it all out. Folks, my name's Jesse. Thank you so much for checking out our latest tour at 304 Aiden Barnes. And you know the drill. Enjoy the sunshine and stay social. See ya.
So that is one of our.
Awesome, Jesse.
Thank you, Haley. You know what? It's go ahead.
Yeah, I just wondered if I could ask you a few questions because until now, everyone has been loving the presentation a lot, and we have a lot of questions coming up specifically around how to get started and how to do listing presentation videos or listing videos for properties that you might not necessarily do. And your point was that every home has a story that deserves to be showcased, right? So I wondered if I could ask you a few questions. Is that all right?
Go to town. No problem.
Perfect. So when you're talking about, you were talking earlier about getting started doing it in terms of budgets for each property in getting started. So there was one question of how could you do it to get started? Who would film you? What kind of apps would you use? Like in terms of getting started, what would be your recommendations when it comes to the more technical aspects?
Great question. So when it comes to listing videos, and that's what I'm going to speak primarily about today, I do not shoot my own videos for my listing videos. I hire a professional videographer because I want the highest quality for my clients' homes. They deserve that. Everything else that I shoot is on my mobile device. So you're probably like, well, where do I even find a videographer? Well, here's where I found my videographer. What are we, 6.5, 7 years ago, I called up my wedding videographer, the guy who shot my wedding, and I said to him, I have an idea and I want to create listing videos. Is this something you'd be interested in? Right? So it was an immediate yes. And now that videographer no longer shoots weddings and does listing video and real estate videography full time. So wedding videographers is one. Students, especially university students who may be looking for part-time work, they're usually really good with the cameras now and editing softwares because it is something a lot of them have grown up in. And also there are community colleges that are teaching courses like these, and you can connect with professors or the school to see who needs to earn credit hours, and you can hire one for credit hours. Those are a couple ways. Often, realtors also have children who are, teenagers or maybe a bit older who are really handy with this. So those are kind of 3 or 4 different ways when it comes to getting started and where you can look.
We had a couple questions about sound. What would you recommend in terms of getting some sort of control over the sound? It seems that when people are doing videos, they're getting a lot of unwanted background noises.
Yeah, so it is really important to have your audio separate than your video. Okay, you'll shoot the video, and that's often the issue. You're hearing the audio that's coming from the recording device. So a couple things that I utilize if I'm shooting on my mobile device, I put my AirPods in because they record. So it's coming from here, from my ears down, so that takes out a lot of sound. If you have long hair, people don't see the AirPods. Okay. Another way is with a lavalier mic. Okay. Rode, R-O-D-E, Lav, L-A-V, is a company and their product that I recommend. And that's the one where you get wired up and you hook it onto your shirt and it has a little pack on the back. That gets synced with the audio device that your videographer has. So it records the audio separately. And then you can combine the two in editing, and that's another conversation. But a separate lav mic or a boom mic that has a wing protector around it. But a lot of times I'm using my AirPods, and that cancels out a lot of sound if I'm shooting with my mobile device. But a lav mic is what I use for every single listing video.
Okay, and it sounds like the lavalier mic is something that the person who's going to be recording them, maybe the previously or wedding videographer or student would probably have experience with and would maybe be able to help them as well, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Cool. And then just one more question before I let you dive back in. You just showed us a video of a condo, which maybe some people might not consider shooting or maybe would struggle with how to present it in a really nice way. So we're getting some other questions about that. Properties that maybe aren't as nice, properties that are more industrial spaces or land that doesn't even have a house on it. Do you have any tips for how you can do videos for those types of properties?
Yeah, absolutely. Just because I say a listing video doesn't mean you have to show everything about the listing video or about the property. You could stand in front of the property and say, hi, we're here at 123 Main Street. This 200-year-old home has so much character, but you know what? It needs a little bit of TLC, tender loving care, or, it needs some opportunity, someone with passion to fix this home up. You can still tell them what you would tell someone in person. Tell them through the video. It's a way to pre-qualify somebody. So then if you tell them right off the hop what to expect and they're still interested, you have a more qualified buyer and you've shown that you are honest and trustworthy because you're not trying to deceive anybody, right? Every home has an opportunity. Every home has a silver lining. Just because something is maybe falling apart or not good condition, tell them what it could be, what it can be, and why this is a great opportunity.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jesse. I'll let you dive right back into your presentation. Just wanted to take that opportunity to have a few questions answered from our audience.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate the questions. All right, so other different ideas where you can utilize video in your everyday business, give them what they want, okay? In between listing videos is more you. We are watching stories and social feeds all the time, and we have the opportunity to utilize Instagram stories, Facebook stories to build know, like, and trust. And just a few samples that I had here on the left-hand side with me in my hoodie, I'm in my backyard talking about how serene and fun it is and relaxing. And you know what? You probably notice I'm wearing a Sons of Anarchy style hoodie. I am a fan of that show, so you learn a little bit more about me. The middle video is one where I'm having some fun in Las Vegas. And the last video is one with me out in front of my gym that I work out at regularly. So if you were to watch these 3 videos, you learn more about me. And you know what? Honestly, I would play them right now, but I really want to start jumping into the meat and potatoes of this talk here. So we're just going to jump through here. Now, this is gold, my friends. When we are selling homes, we get the opportunity to see our clients, a lot of the time celebrate these major life events. And often we are sitting down at the table, getting signatures and currently at the moment we aren't, but we have the opportunity to virtually record, screen record. And so these are a couple things that I do for all my videos is a client testimonial. And often I just say, I would love to shoot this moment with my mobile device so that I can share this with you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. So that 5, 10 years from now, this video is going to pop up in your cloud or your feed or on your phone, and you'll be able to look back and remember where you were at that moment in your life. And we have that opportunity to share that goodness with them just by asking, can I capture this moment? And now often too, we utilize this and I say, hey, you've checked it out. Do you mind if I share it to my social feed? And they'll say yes. And they often say, we've already shared it to our social feed. So here's a couple of questions that I like to do with my client testimonials.
Sorry. Okay, so we're doing a socially sold celebration. Dun, dun. Okay, guys, you just sold your place, right?
We did.
You are correct.
Who did you use?
Jesse Peters.
Social savvy maniac.
Okay, so how long was your home on the market?
6 days.
And did you guys just get multiple offers?
Multiple offers.
And sold for over asking?
Yes, we did.
That's what it's all about! Now let's pop some champagne! Hey! Congratulations, and folks, thanks again for using me as your realtor. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
How was the process?
Fantastic.
People have got to use you because this was quick and painless, and you did a fantastic job for us, and we are over the moon. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So selling a client's home and then asking them to come back a month later to shoot a client testimonial, it's not going to have that same raw moment that we just saw here. And 3 questions that I often ask people is, who did you use to help you? What just happened? Who did you use? And any advice to pass along? 3 simple questions. You hit record on your mobile device and you get about a minute of amazing content. Right? Did you feel it there? That excitement? That was not scripted. You have that opportunity. And now, hey, not every moment is popping champagne. There's death and divorce, and sometimes people aren't happy, but trust your gut on when to pull out that camera. So as we get into camera comfort, I want to remind people, this was my chapter 1 in the beginning.
Hi there, I'm Jesse Peters, your social savvy realtor with RE/MAX Executives Realty. Let me take a moment to say
Hilarious. As you can see, there were some translations on that video that I utilized last year on my RE/MAX European trip. And that is a video that I use in every single presentation that I do to show that's where I started. That was with an iPad, leaning up on textbooks, talking. I think I did like 97 takes to read 5 sentences. That's insane. But you know what? I'm so glad I didn't stop. And so along the way, friends, here's the secret sauce to me getting camera comfort that I want to share with you. Number 1 is listen to the voice, not the voice in your tummy that's saying, oh my gosh, I'm starving. The voice in your head, the voice in your heart. Okay? It's often a voice that leads us in ways we don't necessarily expect. It's a voice that we should trust. It often, I get kind of choked up thinking about it here, but it's a voice that will allow you to push yourself out of the comfort zone. Have you ever had that voice where it's like, hey, you should try this. Give it a try. Trust me, you're going to love it. And there are times where we don't listen to that voice and we're like, I should have trusted, I should have listened, right? And so for instance, I'm driving by a park that's been under construction for a very long time, and it's in the middle of summer and people are wanting this park to be open. And sure enough, one day I'm driving by and the water park is open, the slides are open, but nobody's there. So I jump out of my car, after I stop it, of course, because someone in my head said I got lots of personalities in my head. The voice inside my head said, stop, pull over, Jesse, showcase this to your community. So I grabbed my phone, said, hey, it's Jesse. Surprise, the park is now open. Come check it out. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'll meet you here. And so I went home. I shared that out in my car. I went home. I got my kids. I came back to the park an hour later, and there was probably a dozen people there already. And 3 or 4 of them came up and said, I saw your video that you shared. These are conversation moments, building know, like, and trust in our communities. We can do that. Number 2, folks, I'm going to say this 1,000 times. Do not worry about your appearance. Do not let it get in front of the way of delivering value that you have up here and in your heart. Come on. I got a double chin, a nasal voice. Like, is that stopping me from getting out and helping people? It shouldn't for you. Please don't. Okay? You don't turn down an opportunity to meet someone new at a coffee shop to help them with their business. It's the same thing. Jumping in front of the camera is the same thing as meeting new people and new opportunities. Okay? They already know what you look like and sound like. They want the value that you can deliver. Be you. Don't be me. This is a lot, okay? But the more you do video, the more you'll get comfortable and learn your style. And if you're more buttoned up or more formal, that's okay. Find the fit that works for you and that connects with your audience. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to connect with people who like that. And then business becomes easier.
Hey, Jesse, I had a question that speaks exactly to that point. So someone was saying, yeah, I tend to be a bit more serious when I'm in front of the camera. I don't know if I should loosen up a bit or how I should manage that. What would be your suggestions, recommendations, or advice if you are feeling yourself that you're coming across a little too serious?
Well, trust that voice, right? If that voice is saying, you're coming across a little too serious, a little too formal, and it says, try something new, try it. Try it for 4, 5, 6 times. See how your heart feels after that. See if you feel more like you. See how the engagement happens. There's no right or wrong way to present yourself, but I think by putting yourself out there, you begin to see you begin to understand how you will present more in front of the camera. But hey, if you are the numbers person and you are more stand still, no problem. You're going to attract that type of person as well, right? I really think that that is a trusting that voice inside your head or your gut or your heart saying, relax a little bit, try it out, try a different way. What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Would you recommend writing a script before you start, like when you're just getting started? That was another question that came up a bit.
Yeah. You know what? I used to take loose leaf and tape it to a tripod with 3 or 4 points. I was never much of a read the sentences because I think when we start to read the sentences word by word, we lose connection, we lose connectivity, we lose emotion, at least for myself. But in my head, I would know, hey, what are the 3 or 4 points I need to talk about? And I would put that on the paper in front of me, be, okay, neighborhood, park, house, big yard, new kitchen. And then I would kind of connect those points together. And now I'm at the point now where I know what I'm going to talk about. I don't have anything written out specifically, but there are a lot of apps and tools that allow you to put in scripts or points as you are recording that help keep you focused.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. When you are in front of the camera, folks, these are 3 things that I want you to focus on. Bring value. You have value. As a realtor, you bring insight that others don't have access to. Okay? Bring insight that they cannot find in Google. And most of the times, it's the stuff about a neighborhood or the updates in a home that they can't find online, which is why they're coming to you. And I use the word entertain along the way because with a smile, excitement, passion, you are going to keep them engaged and entertained with that video, whether it's a listing video, a neighborhood video, your favorite places. If you can get two of these three in every video, you're connecting, you're building brand, you're helping them watch a video longer than 3 to 5 seconds. I hope that makes sense for everybody. When you're in front of the camera, I say this all the time, just think about on the other side of that camera is that one person who needs to hear from you, who wants what's the knowledge in your mind and to see that excitement. Okay, don't think of a big audience, right? Think of that just the one person who's utilizing technology to connect with you and they're just sitting on the other side of that phone. That really works for me. It really simplifies it. It allows me to keep focused. It doesn't have me sweating as much because guess what? I still get nervous every single time I jump in front of the camera. And practice. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Practice, practice, practice. Like I say, I have more practice videos on this phone than I do that have been put out. But you know what? You improve your skills the more you practice. And remember, progress, not perfection. And you know what, to be honest, I don't think people want to see the perfect video, right? They want to hear the ums, the ahs, the laughter. They like seeing the bloopers. But you know what? Look back. If you ever get stuck and you think you're not moving forward, look back at your first or second video you ever did. You will see progress. Just like I put my chapter 1 up there, I'm like, oh, actually, I have come a long way. Remember, one foot in front of the other. Progress. Smile, my friends. It warms hearts. And remember, 1 is greater than 0. All you need is one view, one person to see that video, to connect with them, to reach out. All you need is one person to say, I believe in that person to help them sell my home. That's it. Don't try to go for 100,000 views or 10,000 views or 3 views. Bring value, insight. And all you need is one person to connect with that. And you never know what opportunity comes from there. And you just got to start doing it. So now we move into the listing videos. And I just want to remind you, I'm going to be sending you these slides directly as well. So when you are shooting a listing video, what is really important when you are in the home is to sell a lifestyle. Do not just talk about the materials that make up a home. Talk about how they could live in that home, why it's exciting. Is this a home that their family can grow in? Is this a home that's perfect for a university student? Is this home amazing for someone who's retiring and downsizing? We as realtors have a really good idea of who is going to purchase this home. Talk to it. They can learn about the other things in a photo or a write-up. Talk about what this home will bring to their lives. Add movement. Now, it's really interesting because usually I'm doing this on stage, adding movement. But if you are in your listing videos, and I'll tell you why I think you should be in your listing videos in the next few slides, but adding movement to your videos keeps people engaged, keeps people watching. So verbal direction, number 1, tell them where they're going to go next. Thanks for joining me in this kitchen. Wait till you see the backyard. Now go check it out. So I've told you what's happening. And look at this, just naturally, I've opened up my hands. Opening, welcoming, telling them where they're going to go next. So that's hand gestures. And then foot movement. If you are working with a videographer, you want to coordinate your movements together so that there is good flow. But you want to rehearse this before you get in front of the camera so that a video shoot does not take 3 hours. One moves here, the other moves here. Always knowing where the camera's going to be and what you're speaking to is super key. And now it doesn't come easy off the hop. And for a lot of years, I leaned on my videographer to tell me where to go. Now I'm at chapter 20. I tell the videographer where to go. Get creative. You got an idea? You got a fun way to showcase a home? Give it a try. Here's an example. Anybody remember Sesame Street?
We've got a treat for you, and we're going a little throwback. So keep watching. Today's video tour is brought to you by the letter G and the number 2. G for great location. G for good amenities. G, gorgeous layout. As well, today's Social Savvy Listing Tour is brought to you by the number 2. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 balconies. Unit number 207. And can you guess the list price? Starts with a 2. So thank you so much for checking out our unit here at 207-101 Swindon in Tuxedo Village. And you know the drill. Elmo says, thank you so much for taking our tour. Stay social.
So we get creative. This was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo, pretty worn out. How am I going to showcase this one? How am I going to have fun with it? Well, guess what? The person selling was a retired teacher, elementary school teacher, very familiar with Sesame Street. I also wanted to create something that was entertaining and engaging for people to watch. And this video, in the first 2 days, had 6,700 views. And it sold in 11 days. But you know what this created even more? Was a talking point. People who saw the video said, oh my gosh, Jesse, how fun was that listing video to create? I said it was a blast. I got to talk like Elmo. Yeah, I showed my kids. It was just building and connecting and entertaining as well. And you know what? When you saw my chapter 1, or if you look up my first listing video, no way would I ever have thought I would be showcasing a home like a Sesame Street tour and talking like Elmo. But guess what? The more I do it, the more comfortable I get with myself. This is me. This is all part of it. It's fun, engaging, and entertaining. And Elmo says, why not do it? I entertain myself here. I'm in a box by myself here, so I hope you don't mind. The
No,
next
you're
part.
not alone. You're with all of us.
You know what? It's really tough. I'm used to being in front of like an audience and you get to see people and laugh together. So just kind of like, oh yeah.
Yeah, totally. I totally get it. You mentioned your kids. So we did have a question from the audience about including children in your videos. How often should you do it? Do you recommend doing it, etc.? So maybe some guidelines around that, because I know that you do include your family to some extent. But
yep. You know what? I think it's one of those things. Often, if my kid's in a video, the home has some sort of family factor to it that I think my kids, I have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old that would have fun at it. Sometimes I include them because I want people to know I'm a parent. I'm a dad, just like a lot of people out there. I'm real. It's an opportunity to connect. There are also times where we don't have babysitting. So guess who's coming to work with dad? Right? And my kids know I do videos and we have fun and whatnot. I think there are certain times for that. And I think, you know, using our smarts about when that is and when that isn't. I never showcase other people's children, rarely, or show people in parks or whatnot because of privacy acts. But my kids do probably make an appearance once or twice a year in my listing videos. So.
Cool, thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem, Haley. So showcasing neighborhood. This is something that was elevated my listing videos to the next level, because we know if you find the right house in the wrong neighborhood, most times people aren't going to buy it. Neighborhood is the number one thing just about 99% of the time. Okay. So after or before I show the home, I talk about the neighborhood. And as realtors, we know all about the neighborhoods. What makes them special? What makes them unique? Why not show them in a video? And this is another example of how I do it to inspire you on how you can do it.
Now, with homes comes neighborhoods, and we are in River Heights, one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city. Now, why don't we go check out the lifestyle you can have here if you call River Heights your home? Come. So here we are, just a couple blocks away from 409 Burbank Street on Academy Road. And as you can see, it's filled with independent boutique-style businesses, from restaurants to beauty spots to your local insurance to clothing stores and more. This is what you get when you call River Heights your own. Who says we got to save dessert for last? Come on down and check out Jenna Ray Cakes or follow them on Instagram. Every single dessert in here is going to make your mouth water. Here's another one of my favorite spots down on Academy Road, Not About Style Boutique. Why?
So folks, in that video there, I showcased local businesses just down the street from the listing. Now, some of you may be asking, do you need to get permission to talk about them or go in their business? Here in Winnipeg, in Canada, in most parts, I don't need their permission if I am out front of their store. And the majority of the time, they're not going to say no because I'm promoting their business. And often what happens is they share that video to their audience. And you know what that builds? The triangle of trust. Their business likes Jesse, their fans like them, so therefore they must start following Jesse and see what he is up to. Now, when you are talking about neighborhoods, what I encourage you to do is tell why you like it, why you think it's special. Why do you like that coffee place? Why do you like that deli? Do you have a favorite sandwich? Those are recommendations and delivering insight that Google cannot provide people when they are searching for homes. Okay? Now the
Jesse,
Yeah.
There was one question that kept coming up, not just now, but it fits perfectly to showcasing your neighborhood. Now, we do have a lot of regions where people are not allowed to go outside or asked not to go outside. How can they still create videos, showcase their neighborhood without being physically outside or limiting the time that they are outside? Do you have any recommendations?
And we're talking about for the current time we're in
Yes.
in regards to the COVID restrictions. Yeah, I definitely think there are some opportunities here with video. Just thinking through my head here, you can create video inside, you can put together, you can do a screen record and do a Google Map virtual walkthrough of the neighborhoods while you are there giving the tour. There are some screen recording tools that you can do. You can talk about a neighborhood and grab their images from their social feeds about why you love this neighborhood, right? And begin to clip and edit them together, which is what the skills you're going to start to learn in the weeks ahead on how to create videos from the comforts of your home. So there are definitely ways where you don't even have to be in front. There are so many images out there. There are so many unique ways to showcase the home and put the material together. Those are just a couple of ideas off the top of my head.
Cool, thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem. So I talk about the power of team here, folks, and teams are a big thing here in North America. Not sure how they are. How are teams in Europe? Is there a bunch, Haley?
Yeah, teams are not, I would say, in some regions more developed than in other regions, but we're definitely seeing the power of teams, how much more efficient you can be when you're working together, especially in a team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. So when it comes to listing videos, as you can see, I have a team of 4 here. I have my assistant on the far left, that's Jada, then myself, then my partner Addison, and my other partner Christy. Now, when it comes to listing videos, prior to our COVID protocol, there would always be 2 of us in the video. Why would there be 2 of us? Well, to expand our reach. Addison has an audience, Jesse has an audience. We're together in the video. That listing video goes to both our audiences. It also gives an opportunity for my audience to get to know Addison and vice versa. So utilizing that power of team also says, hey, you know what? Maybe someone's more comfortable working with someone, or maybe someone's more comfortable working with a female. Well, guess what? The Jesse Peters team has a female, Christy. She's fantastic. Maybe someone wants to work with a parent. Well, there's myself and Christy, or Jada. Maybe someone wants to work with someone who specializes in investments. Well, that's Addison. And the more we can showcase our team, the more we can keep everyone coming back to the team and saying we are a team that has something for everybody. And just a quick example of how we put two people into a listing video is right here.
Hey, what's up, friends? I'm Jess. I'm Addie. And we're social savvy realtors at RE/MAX Executives. And Addie, I am super excited about our latest listing located right here in the heart of River Heights.
Same with me, Jess. You know, living here, growing up here, and also selling here, everyone loves the character and charm of River Heights, but always has the questions of the age of the home and also what updates have been done.
So, located right.
So it's always also fun working together. But Addie and I will script out our conversation there. We'll have an idea of what we're going to say so that we each know when to jump into the conversation. Just little tips. Now, you may have noticed someone is in all our listing videos. And we do this because we feel it's a branding opportunity. We advertise homes and we market ourselves in the advertisements so that you can see what we look like, so you can see what we sound like, you can see how passionate we are. If you are not in front of the camera or part of that home tour, you are losing out on those opportunities to connect. And these are just some of the opportunities, right, that we can connect. And I know a lot of us can relate, right? We have these opportunities to help and deliver smiles in so many unique ways, my friends. And a majority of these people reached out because they've seen our videos over the years. Now, quick reminders here. Once you have your listing video, you need to lock and load them in. You need to put them on YouTube. You need to, when you are loading them on YouTube, you need to have a title in the top. You need to put a description. Don't forget keywords. I would often forget keywords. I would often forget putting the address of the house. Put the address of the house so that when people type it in searching, it shows up. I do not put the price in the subject line. We work on custom thumbnails, and thumbnails are something that I like to say are like a book cover. And then we make sure that it goes on the right playlist. We have a playlist that is for all our listing videos. We kind of make it easy for people to see our real estate listing videos. We also put it on our Facebook business page. But you know what? I want to take you somewhere. Can I jump out of here? Yes, we are going to do that. Folks, Haley was asking me, now I know we're living in a time that we can't really go out, right? It's really restrictive here. Is the video camera in front of my screen? I'm trying to move this bar. There we are. And I want to talk to you about a way that you can start utilizing. It's tough to use video right now. I know, and I get it. And what I'm telling you now will be when we are beyond the pandemic. But I really think there's incredible opportunity, folks, with 360 VR home tours. Okay, we send one person out into our homes and we take the 360-degree videos and we start marketing these. And they are allowing our clients to go through these homes and experience them from the comforts and safety of their own homes, right? And we provide floor plans. And this is through a company called emoviewer.com. There's Matterport, there's all kinds. But we also, on our page, we have our listing videos, our photos, but up top here, we have seen an incredible increase in people interacting with our homes right now with our 360 VR. And so I really want you to start thinking about how you can also deliver value during this time. That is one of the ways. And this checklist is going to be sent out to you. Now, we're winding down to the sweet spot here. And someone asked last class, Well, what do you do for those homes that are really big? What if, you know, I don't want to be in the video because the home is so incredible? Well, you know what? Here you have it, folks. This was a home that was a 4-acre property just outside my city. On average, a home like this is going to take 363 days. And now a home like this was priced at $1.29 million. Now the average price in my city is $320,000. So we knew this home was going to have to connect with someone who had a profession, like a doctor perhaps, or you know, a business owner that was going to own this home. But there were lots of other things. You had to appreciate nature. You had to have, you know, this was a home big enough for a family. You know what? I'm just going to show it to you.
Work-life balance isn't always easy. But when this is your backyard, all you need to escape is to come on home. Relax on the beach, or take a deep, refreshing dive of reset and recharge. This escape isn't just for weekends. It takes more than timber to make a home. It takes time. Time spent over food and wine. Time spent together in silence with a good book. Time wrestling the kids in the basement and then singing them off to sleep. Time together and time alone. And when you add up all those hours, you discover that home really is where the heart is. There is a triple car garage attached to the house. Then there's this. This is a man cave. It's where you'll find the man of the house when he's off the clock. And it's game time.
Oh man, that home, 61 Grayson Place, Grayson. If you want to look it up on YouTube and show that to your videographers, or you know, if you've got a style that inspired you, and that video inspired you, you can check that out there. So that was a 6-minute video that we broke up into 3 ways. We did the people who enjoyed outdoors, we did the family, and we did, you know, the man cave she shed, the people who enjoyed those kinds of activities. And through the power of social advertising, we were able to place each video in front of the appropriate audience. We were able to also utilize the power of the data on social to put that home in front of doctors. We were able to utilize it in front of lawyers. We were able to put it in front of golf courses. And so guess what happened? The person who bought the home saw the ad on Instagram. They were on a golf course. Their buddies saw it on their Instagram feed. They shared it to the doctor. The doctor loved it. The doctor called me. He came through it himself. He said, I think I'm going to come back with my dad. He came back with his dad. I found out he had 2 kids and a wife. I said, did your wife want to see the property? She's like, no, she's already seen the 360 VR tour and she's a nurse. So she's busy with her schedule. And guess what? We sold the home in under 24 days when that home should have taken over 360 days to sell. And we sold it $20,000 below asking price. And I was able to help the seller and the buyer. It's really an incredible, incredible story on how we utilize and build emotion and connection by showcasing a home in video, by utilizing social data to put the home in front of the right people, and then being able to utilize our skills to negotiate an incredible deal for everybody. My friends, this stuff works. Oh, I'm trying to move. Where's my mouse? I'm trying to move my screen here, but I can't find my mouse. Is the video, Haley, is the video camera in front of my stats, or is that just something I'm seeing on my end?
No, we can see your average days on market.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to guess the numbers because my video screen is in front of those numbers. But we keep track, friends. We keep track of the data, how long every single home is on the market for, and how quickly we sell it, and how close to asking price we sell it. And each year we compare it to the market average. And when we utilize the power of video, social, and our social savvy formula to get homes sold, we are selling in under half the amount of time that the rest of our city is. I believe 2019 says 17 days, and our city average was over 40. You are saving your clients money by giving their homes the best opportunity to be seen and showcased. Listing videos work. These kinds of strategies work. You have to trust it. Trust this voice. Okay, I know it may not be common in your regions, in your cities, but that doesn't mean it has to stay that way. Because guess what? It's not. And you may think, oh, I'm good, I can do it without this. Well, guess what? Someone like me is going to do it in your neighborhood and start to earn the listings where you thought it was easy. Don't let that be you. Build, know, like, and trust, my friends, and embrace this journey. Now, if you are wanting these slides, go check out, take a screenshot, rem.ax/level-up listing videos, and I'm going to send you my listing video tips, tricks, and insights directly. You should receive it in your inbox in the next 5 minutes if you sign up. Join Remax Play, my friends. It is an incredible video community for Remaxers only. Thank you so much for your time. Continue to show me what you're doing. So many of you reached out on Instagram, Facebook, email, asking me questions, and that's what I'm here to help. I'm here to help our Remax brand grow globally and connect with you on a one-to-one level. Haley, thanks so much for your time. I hope it was engaging, entertaining, and insightful.
Yes, always, always. Hello, everyone. We're getting a ton of thank yous and saying how inspirational it is to watch where you've started and where you are now and see how you are getting creative also during COVID to keep on creating videos even now. So we do have some extra time for questions.
Awesome.
Perfect. So I'm just going to hop right in. We did get a couple questions around the video that you created, like the one for the really luxury listing.
Yep.
About how you did the drones. Now, I want to ask everybody out there, because I'm not sure if they understand the difference between a 360 video tour and a drone video. Could you talk a little bit about both maybe, and how you utilize
Sure.
maybe one or the other or both in your listing videos?
Yeah, let me break it down here for you, friends. Okay, there are 3 types of verbiage terminology I use: listing video, is a walkthrough video with my videographer. Okay, that's what I call a listing video. It's kind of like a mini TV show. Okay, the next one that I call a 360 VR tour, that's where we're using the power of virtual reality and 360 degrees for you to see that home and walk through that home at your own pace. It's interactive. You can put your Google, or you can put your headsets on. You could spin it on your phone. You could go through it on your laptop, on your desktop. A couple of the companies that do that, emoviewer.com, Matterport, are the other ones. Then the drone videos, because everyone loves a drone. Now, you can get aerial views from a drone. I call that a drone shoot, not 360. Okay, and the important thing to keep in mind when you are utilizing the power of a drone is be very mindful of what your restrictions are, what the guidelines are, what you have to report to your airport authorities, how close to the public you are. There are so many rules in place now for safety. I would hate for anybody to be fined or lose a license because they didn't follow the guidelines. My videographer has his drone license. I too am utilizing a drone that's under 254 grams, so I can use that without having to report it. I'm using the DJI Mavic Mini.
And for your the 360-degree camera that you're using, which one are you using?
Yeah, I have it in the slide, and I know we were getting a little tight on time, so I kind of jumped through. But the camera that I am using is called the Ricoh, RICOH Theta, THETA V. V as in Victor. And I think that runs about $500 Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
And we put that on a monopod, which is a one-leg stand. And there is an app that EmoViewer provides that I use on my mobile device, and I create it all while I'm in the tour.
Amazing, thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and search for that because these 360 cameras, we've been getting a lot of questions about them, and I think that this is really great. So I'm gonna shut off my camera and try to find it so I can.
Haley, I can jump on. I can jump in here. Let me go.
Oh,
here.
great! Because we've been getting really a lot of questions.
We got 500 people still in. Let's do that. I'm gonna take you in. You guys want to get in here? I got nothing but time. I got kids waiting at home. They actually don't need to see Dad right now. So here's the site, emoviewer.com. You see up top there. All right. This is the program that I use. Okay, there are lots of programs out there, but this is the program that I use. And so let's log into my account here. I think I was already in it. Okay, so when you create your 360 video tour on your phone and then bring it in to this program, you are able to edit. I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes without going too far down the rabbit hole. And so this would be a 360-degree video, or pardon me, photo brought into this program. So I'm just moving my mouse around here. And as you can see right now, there are touch points leading to different parts of the house that I use my logo. You can use your logo, you can use a Remax logo, you can have an unbranded tour. And so say, for instance, I want to add a hotspot. A hotspot are these little points. I tap add hotspot, and let's put one beside the basement. So we'll go there. And then you see at the bottom of the screen, the other photos that are linked. So I tap here, we go basement, and that'll take you to the basement. Okay. You can add info points. You can add information about appliances. You can change your viewing angle. So that's the original shot. If I want the opening shot to focus on the fireplace, I click and save it here. Okay. Now, once we go out there, one of the reasons I love EmoViewer is it also provides me with opportunities to connect with buyers from the comfort of their home. So we go start live. And what you're going to see is a dollhouse view to start. And then you are also going to, on the right-hand side, invite people to join. So say you have a buyer, you can send them this link or invite them via email, and they will join in. And you could chat with these participants on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, once they join in, you can see the screen that they're looking at, and you could follow them through the house and answer any questions, or they can follow you. It truly is an incredible, immersive, connecting opportunity, right? Like, how amazing is this? When we close up the chat here, let's go back. The other great thing is it provides links that you can put on your website, you can share out, you've got embed codes, but you have statistics. And so non-registered users. So registered users means, hey, if you want to see the tour, give me your email. I don't lock any of my tours. And so what we can see here is up top, we've had 371 people visit this tour for 148 minutes. Now, we see someone who visited 3 times, and you can see where they're all coming from. Now, sometimes the tour gets activated on its own, right? So anytime you kind of go to the landing page, it'll start. But this person was here 3 times. They were in the heart of the home and they were in the kitchen. This data provides how many times they were in that home. This also tells where they found this tour. The real estate news, my MLS, Facebook, my website, realtor.ca. The data here is truly, truly incredible. Now, what I wanted to say a touch earlier is if I go into a tour here and you wanted to say, how do I create a listing video if I can't really go outside? Well, what we do now is we are utilizing our screen record options, which we have set up through BombBomb. Some of you may be familiar with it, some of you won't, but recording screens are pretty screen captures. So what we do is I hit record screen, and we are gonna go to the tour. Oh, look, you can see my face here, right? Pretty snazzy. So now I hit start recording. And now I'm giving a video tour. Hey everybody, thanks so much for coming to 62 Madden. Let's take a virtual walk through this home together. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You wanna see upstairs? Why don't we move up there together? Upstairs, you are gonna see 3 bedrooms. You can utilize them as offices. Or let's go check out the master bedroom. And I'm controlling the tour by my mouse. And as you can see, they can see the directions from the blueprint. You are talking to them, making it so interactive and easy. Now I want to stop the tour. I hit the stop button. It loads. I can save the video from the BombBomb website, or I can email this out directly to somebody. How awesome is that? And that is called, my friends, utilizing the opportunities that that technology is giving us.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for walking us through that. I think that was, I know you took a little bit longer on that point, but we were getting so many questions about that in particular. And I think that's also really valuable information, considering that in some regions we can't do live showings as often or at all. So this is the perfect technology. One last question before we all head out. In terms of video,
I can't see you. Where did you go? Where's your video?
Hi, here I am.
Hi, there you are.
Hi. Yeah, so one last question before we wrap it up for today.
Sure.
In terms of video length, how do you decide how long your videos should be? I'll let you Answer that how you like, because that's like a whole can of worms. I know, but I'll let
It
you have
really
at it.
is. It really is. How long should a video be? You know what, gang? I don't think there's a set length on how long a video should be. Some people say 1 minute, some people say 10 minutes. The video for listing videos should be as long as you are delivering engaging, insightful information. That video can be 4 minutes long. It could be 3 minutes long. It could be 7 minutes long. The people that are going to watch all of it are the ones that are going to want to buy it. And that is the goal. If you have a really big home and you put it in a 1 minute video, do you think you've gotten, I don't know, what are we talking about here? Meters. 1,100 square meters of a house in a minute and a half and showcased it properly the way your clients would hope so? No. How long is a movie? Hour and a half? How long is your favorite show? 30 minutes. Do you not watch them because they're only a minute, they're not a minute long? No, you watch them because they're engaging, entertaining, insightful, and it's bringing you value that you as the viewer want to watch. So think about this. When you are creating a listing video, make sure you're hitting the points that are important to your seller and and what would be important for the buyer to watch. And if you can deliver that in a minute, great. And some of them you can, if they're a 1-bedroom home, or if you're not even going in the home, but some of them can be 5 minutes long, okay? There are no rules for how long a listing video should be. Remember the 3 points: engaging, insightful, and entertaining. And if you could bring those 3 to those videos, be as long as you want.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Just
You're
because
welcome.
I think this is a bit of a funny question, and it's a quick one, I hope. The name of your narrator for the luxury listing,
Yes.
can you share that? Because there was one person in particular that really wanted to hire him, and I thought,
Yeah. So here, that is my videographer, okay?
okay, your videographer is
Okay.
going to get really busy.
Yes, which is good. So his website, okay, is clicksplashwow.com. So maybe Haley, if you want to like put that in the comments if someone's looking, clicksplashwow.com. That and you could show that website to other videographers because he's got a ton of examples there. And his name is Sean Phillips. He's incredible. He's one of my best friends, and he is South African.
Amazing. Thanks so much. I'm just pulling that up, and I'll go ahead and share that for everyone who's
Please
curious.
do. Please do. I'll have to give him a heads up to say, hey, you may have some videos coming from overseas that need some narration. It's no problem. And to be honest, right now, here's how we're doing our listing videos. There's only one person allowed to be there. We're not in the house anymore. Did I lose you?
I hope not.
Nope, we're there. Perfect. We're not allowed to be in the house anymore. So we do intro and outros, and then Sean goes in with his cameras, right? And so that's now where we're, rolling with the times right now. So it's even more important for you to be also in front of the camera to begin and end. But that is the website, my friends. Check it out.
Awesome. So I'm just going to wrap it up now because we're a little bit over time. Thank you again so much, Jesse, for sharing your insight. I know everybody at home was really inspired. That's what they were writing in the comments. They were thanking you for your time, your effort, your enthusiasm, and energy. So thank you again so much for another great Level Up webinar. I know you're going to be back again next week, right?
You bet.
Okay, guys. So if you have more questions that you didn't get answered, be sure to tune in next Monday. We do have a really crazy good week planned up in the Level Up series. This week, so tomorrow, we have Tom Ferry. The day after, we have Nathan Dart. And so we have a really fantastic week planned. Be sure to check out those two if you're not already registered. I'm sure that we're going to max out on the number of attendees. So be sure to register now, not last minute. Thank you again, Jesse, so much. And thank you all for tuning in. It's been great. See you all next time on the next Level Up in 60 minutes.
Thanks so much, gang. Be safe. Stay social. See ya.